Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. Now, the question of today is, do you still believe in XRP, and how have y'all been doing in this very, very rough time? Let me know in the comment section down below, and if you are enjoying the Daily Crypto News, make sure you support the channel by pressing the like button and subscribing. It helps me out a ton as I'm trying to hit 50,000 subs by the end of the year, and with a little bit of your help, I really think it should be possible. Now, quick little overview, Bitcoin up 6.5% on the daily, actually really going strongly towards 10K. Ethereum at around $213 plus 4% on the daily, and XRP plus 1%-ish. Now, if we also go to movers, we're going to see here that there's not really any top coin that's in the biggest winners, nor is there any top coin that's in the top losers, and thus, I don't think any of the coins here next to Bitcoin is taking the lead. Alright, so I just said, do you still believe in XRP? I'm asking that question specifically because a couple of people mentioned me today or told me today that they've quit XRP for XLM. And I've actually been hearing a lot of people saying that and also a lot of people asking their, or at least my opinion, on the whole matter of people switching over or in the matter of is XLM better than XRP and whatnot. Well, I think it's really worthy of another whole video explaining exactly what the two differences are and why you would pick one or another. But personally, I'm more of an XRP fan than an XLM fan, if you were to wonder. And yes, I do still believe in the coin. However, I also want to see from a couple of you guys in the comment section, what part of utility will drive the XRP price? You know, just wondering if you guys really are knowing what you're here for, and comment that down below as well. Alright, so first tweet of the day comes from Ripple, or maybe even second tweet, and they're saying on Twitter, quote, XRP is a bridge between traditional financial institutions and the new world of fintech. This comes from the BitMarket's CEO, Carl Bowler, new on Insights. And it says here as an insight on the website, Bitcoin markets drive sustainable growth of its exchange with Ripple, XRP. As a source of liquidity for faster, cheaper global payments, XRP has helped drive more sustainable growth for Australia's largest exchange. Ian Northing over on Twitter has said, to quote, the IMF has been investigating and endorsing digital currencies more and more. And actually, Ripple seems to have caught its eye already. That was the end of the quote. Ripple XRP will be the basket for all eggs of investments from investors. Now, at first, I thought about getting into this article, getting into the down and dirty. However, we have covered all of these aspects like maybe a dozen times before. Every single part of what the IMF has said about Ripple, we've discussed in videos. Every single part for the last couple of years, because definitely so, it's not a new thing. In 2018, we were talking about Ripple and IMF connections. They were there, they mentioned each other, it was all kind of obvious. And I don't really know if anything really conclusive has come since that time. We got more and more hints, but in the end, kind of all was known already back then, and thus, I don't think any IMF news is going to bother me or get me hyped up or crazy. I mean, we all know that what they're doing over there is some big ass move, and it's really about to be juicy. Brandt says he's super bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum, but calls XRP a dead end. Veteran trader Peter Brandt believes in the bright future of Bitcoin and Ethereum, but considers XRP a dead end, rallying up the XRP army and warming up to Ethereum. So Peter Brandt has often been a very, very big Bitcoin bull. However, for XRP, he's never really been that much of an advocate. However, now he's actually opening up to Ethereum a little bit, which might have shocked quite a lot of investors. That's kind of crazy. But he says it. I actually giggled a little while when watching this. He said on Twitter, "Simps and wannabes accuse me of being a hater. I'm not. I'm super bullish on Bitcoin and Ethereum. In the 45 years as a career market speculator, I've come to discern the real deals from the possible scams. I've only attempted to warn people that XRP is a manipulated market and a dead end. But personally, I think any manipulated market, like for example Bitcoin and all other markets in that regard, still have a lot of potential for themselves. And I don't really know if it matters too much, as even with a manipulated market, there's still a ton of money to be made, as they often like to, get some big price movements going as well to get some freaking money. And I think the same will be going out to, or going for XRP. Brandt never minces words when it comes to XRP. He even went as far as calling the XRP a scam, and unapologetic chartist also said that XRP was supposed to be given out for free. As reported by You Today, Brandt recently predicted that the price of the token would drop to 1100 Satoshi if its backholders decided to pull the plug. His Twitter was instantly swarmed with members of the XRP army who took the trader to task over his ugly-looking price chart. And I think a lot of it comes from right here, but personally I think we should not take him too serious, as I believe also a couple people asked him why he's doing all of this, and I believe one of the answers we fetched, even if it was not from him, was that right now is his best time to mock XRP to get the most amount of followers because people will like him, and since he's predicting that it will not last, same kind of for Peter Schiff. I think it's kind of the same same story. He has to do it right now or he won't be able to fetch those followers. And he says here $0.00011. I do believe that it's, again, talking about 1100 Satoshi, not talking about this small amount of dollars. But I think that's kind of stupid that he did that. And yes, he's been warming up to Ethereum. At first he was only Bitcoin bull, but now also Ethereum is fine for him. VeChain becomes the sole public blockchain protocol of the APAC Provenance Council, a cross-continental food supply chain and finance consortium. So, briefly, the APAC Provenance Council is supported by government, export and industry bodies, standard agencies, packaging and labeling service providers, finance giants, and blockchain technology providers, is established to integrate blockchain tech into the new food supply chain finance in Australia-China trades. Currently, the core founding members include Fresh Supply Co., Source Certain International, and Lava, joined by affiliate members VeChain, Food Agility, CRC, which stands for Cooperative Research Center, DNVGL Business Assurance, Australian Made, GS1, Blockchain Australia, and several others. And now the roadmap for this is actually quite obvious, but a lot of it is being held back a little bit due to, you guys know what I'm talking about, due to C to the D, C to the D, 2019 minus the 2 and O. You guys know I don't want to say it because a couple of my videos have been demonetized because you mention it, and or at least when it was in the title or in the description. And I'm kind of scared about it now. I'm like, I'm not say it at all if I don't have to. And yeah, it's actually been really kind of cool if you think about it. How VeChain has been moving so ridiculously much over the last months already. Even though one of their biggest areas, which is all the supply chain, has possibly halted a little bit. Now, actually, one of the fun parts about it all is that even though it looks like it's been halted a little bit because there's less demand for everything, it's not really true because supply chain never really stops. There will always be need for things. Stores are almost always open and will most likely still be open in the worst of scenarios like we're kind of seeing. And still, things have to be brought here and there. I mean, companies are always going to be ordering. Food still needs to be delivered always. And thus, VeChain is kind of a non-stop entity. It can never go and quit or anything like that. It will always grow, which is definitely kind of cool as well. Same for supply chain itself. It will always keep growing until we ever decide to switch over to doing everything online, nothing that you can touch anymore. But I think that will take at least another couple 100 years, so we shouldn't worry about that. New report explains why XRP takes the weekends off. A report from Flipside Crypto delves into why XRP trading drops significantly on the weekends. A new report, again, is questioning this. In the report called 4 Things to Know About XRP Money Flows, the company analyzes the flows of XRP through the ecosystem and notes that the activity for XRP drops significantly on the weekend. It theorizes that this is likely due to a lack of consumer or retail interest in the asset, which is something that's kind of bearish. The bar chart above shows a clear pattern with significantly lower XRP activity on weekends than during the business days. This is not the case for other chains such as OAN or Zilliqa for that example, whose activity on exchanges is instead constant throughout the week. This suggests that the majority of XRP transactions are sent by professional investors or payment processors such as MoneyGram and Intermex. And personally, I'm actually really happy to see that, because if it were this movement every single day the same, then it would kind of mean that all the efforts they've been putting into, I guess, these bigger financial institutions using XRP or trading it would have been kind of stupid, right? Because a lot of those institutions are only open on weekdays, or at least only operate in that sense on weekdays. And thus, I think it's kind of cool, they're evolving themselves in that area. Flipside Crypto provides business intelligence for blockchain companies by chain walking a blockchain to extract stakeholders' behavior data. This data helps a blockchain project better understand itself, which is essential for developing a growth strategy. In an interview with Cointelegraph, Flipside Crypto CEO Dave Bolter contrasted XRP with up-and-coming competitors. To quote, "There are a number of impressive blockchains just heading into mainnet, such as Near, Flow, which is Dapper, Celo, and Solana. They're launching with a customer-first mindset and real-world use cases. For example, Flow has already inked deals with the NBA and Warner Music, and Celo's solutions are tailored to aid the financially underserved. Expect big things from these four in 2020 and beyond." That's kind of a sneaky little advertisement, it looks like. Wow. But Ripple co-founder is not done selling. Again, talking about Jed McCaleb more and more and more. That was basically it on this article. Pretty cool one, pretty interesting. Breaking. Bitcoin billionaire, or at least billionaire Paul Tudor Jones, starts buying Bitcoin while Bitcoin price surges above $9,800. And by the way, guys, make sure you follow my second channel. I've said it before, but I really recommend you guys to follow it because I post some really cool stuff on there every single day, and I recommend you guys to just quickly go ahead and follow it. But yes, Paul Tudor Jones is buying Bitcoin to hedge against money printing. American hedge fund manager Paul Tudor Jones, whose net worth is estimated to be $5.1 billion, has started buying Bitcoin, Bloomberg reported. The self-made billionaire views the world's leading crypto as a hedge against the rising inflation that will be caused by central banks increasing their money supply, which is also our opinion on the matter exactly. Here's what he had to say about Bitcoin. "The best profit maximizing strategy is to own the fastest horse. If I'm forced to forecast, my bet is it will be Bitcoin," which is really bullish for all of us, as, do I even have to explain? It's pretty damn cool. 9 reasons why Bitcoin has never been stronger going into a halving. From surging price and all-time high hash rates to Paul Tudor Jones and narrative relevance, a look at the strength of Bitcoin heading into next week's halving. The price has been doing good. The hash rate has been actually doing significant in comparison to what we had expected. Mining competition, accessibility and services, infrastructure, institutional awareness and participation, narrative relevance, perceived and real resilience, Lindy effects. Well, I don't actually know exactly where they put more about it down, but those are the 9 things. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep it. You have to, I think, watch the whole 20-minute thing to get yourself the full opinion. Didn't get it, I didn't watch it, didn't listen to it, but here are the 9 points. And I guess they're all kind of positive because he's saying 9 reasons why Bitcoin has never been stronger. So all these things are looking good for the next halving. And well, everybody's been predicting the price to do good, and it has been doing really damn good. Because we're almost at 10K now, which is pretty damn exciting. But hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. I'm actually thinking about opening another crypto channel, and I'll leave a link for that on my Twitter as well. So make sure you go ahead and follow me over on Twitter. The name on there is TheDustTBC. Make sure you check it out. I'll retweet or tweet it out once I get another channel live. It's going to be some cool crypto content on there as well. And also make sure, as I said before, to follow my second channel. There's no advertisements on here whatsoever. Not a single one. So, make sure you watch a couple of videos. Like, these ones are all just normal financial help. These last ones have been financial news. I'm going to try to stick more with these, really interesting videos, these helpful ones, but they take a lot of time to make. And, I appreciate all the support. And I want to kind of get more followers, like maybe, I don't know, 1,500 or so, before I start making these very elaborate videos, just because it takes so much freaking time. But again, guys, make sure you check them all out. I really appreciate all the help you guys have been given. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody, and have a very nice day.